I very rarely forget a date, but this, however, is one of those times. But I do remember the situation. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. Let me take you back to a day that I will never, ever forget. It happened back in, I'd say, probably, I'll go with, even though I said I don't remember it, I'll go with anywhere between 1980 and 1982, somewhere in that area. It was the summertime, I can tell you that, because my cousin Michelle and Joey, they were brother and sister. Then it was, of course, me and Lori put us all together. We were the Four Musketeers in a lot of ways. We more or less were like inseparable, like brothers and sisters. Summers at Cornell Ridge, they're spending time with Pap and Grandma. My dad's parents, of course, it was their dad's parents. And for Lori, it was her mom's parents. My Aunt Sandy and my Uncle Alvin, we called him Uncle Ab. They lived there with Pap and Grandma. And to this day, Aunt Sandy and Uncle Ab still live there at that particular house there in Bolivar, Ohio. Like I said, the summers at Cornell Ridge, we'd go there. Pap and Grandma would take us down home, down to Cornell Ridge. The summers down there. I explained that earlier in the early stages here of the Going Down Memory Lane series. We would ride bikes together. We'd play together. Everything, as we were kids, and we'd here we are some years later, and the years go by. Many of those, like Pap and Grandma and Joey and whatnot, have parted from us. But the years go by. Their memory and the memories are still with us. Let me take you back to that situation. Pap, Grandma, Michelle, Joey, Lori, and I went to Bueller's. It was a grocery store there in Dover or New Philadelphia, Ohio. I'm not quite sure exactly which one it was, but I believe it's still standing today. Bueller's is. We went there, and we went there, and Pap had always had a phrase, and the phrase was, "Now you dry it up." And when Pap said dry it up, that means stop it, don't do it anymore, you've been warned. We're going down the aisleways there, and Grandma and Lori and Michelle, they're all, putting, talking or whatnot, and putting stuff in the carts and whatnot. And Joey and I is going through the aisleways, taking cans of vegetables or boxes of macaroni or whatever it is there, and we're grabbing onto them and pushing them out of the way or knocking them over. And we're going, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Papa told us, now you boys, dry it up. Go stop it, dry it up. Joey and I continued to do it. Well, Papa went down one aisle. As Joey and I was coming up one another aisle doing the same thing, he peeked around the corner and saw us. Well, we had gotten up to the cashier there to check out. And me and Joey were basically doing the same thing, knocking the cans over and whatnot as they were going on the conveyor. Pap grabbed a hold of both of us by the arm, and then he cupped our arms on his arms, and he went ahead and took us up to the end of the register there, and he pulled off his belt with one, and he smacked our ass like you wouldn't believe. And after that, we pretty much knew that when Pap said, now you dry it up, we knew that Pap meant business. There was a lady right there looking on in shock. Pap looked at her and said, I tell you what. He goes, these are my grandsons. He goes, and I told them to stop it, dry it up more in one way than another. He goes, and they didn't do it. He goes, and I'm going to do whatever I have to make them understand that when they're told to do something, they better do it. They're going to learn right from wrong. If you have a problem with that, he goes, go and find and tell anybody you want to, and I'll tell them the same exact thing. They're going to learn right from wrong. Like I said, after that, we pretty much knew that Pap, when he said dry it up, you better have dried it up. If not, you'd suffer the consequences. And many occasions, when we were running through the house there when Pap was watching Gunsmoke, and another thing you didn't do was disturb Pap when he was sitting down to watch Miss Kitty and Marshall Matt Dillon. It didn't disturb you. If he told you dry it up, you dried it up. And to this day, although Papa's parted and I miss him very much, I do remember that day, and I do remember him saying, dry it up, which meant you better stop it, like I said, or suffer consequences. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. I'll catch you next time.